Welcome to Thompson's Cabin Adventures. Today we're going to take a big hole in the ground, transform it into a perfect platform for the cabin that needs to sit on it. There's lots of work to be done. It's pretty intensive. I hope you're up for it because I am. Here's a couple of pictures of the cabin so you have an idea of what we're going to be building. But first, like I said, we need to get a platform. First and foremost, we need to get into the hole and fix my mistake. The hole is about 3 feet deep. I'm going to try to backblade it in and then go down frontwards and get into the hole. And so far, it's working pretty good. We're going to go along with the bucket and gain footage. Oh yeah, look at that. We just gained a foot there. It's all marked out. A little bit more just touching up to do in here. It's not too bad. And I did the math on this. I need 8.5 meters. 8.5 yards, 3/4 inch crush. That's a lot. So how this is going to work, we're going to form a 2x2 pad, and there's 12 of them in here. Then a 8-inch sauna tube comes up 3 feet. But if it's not level, I'll set a laser up at highest point, and I'll laser across, and I'll mark them, and I'll cut them all down. Absolutely the most important part of any build, your foundation. To make sure that we compact the heck out of this. Hey guys, good morning. It's about 9 o'clock. I've been out for a couple hours already, leveling, and now I just added some water. Now we're gonna go through and pack the crap out of it. Look at us, all professional. Even have coffee on the go. I'm gonna quickly show you what we're gonna do. There's a couple key things that have to happen. Everything that I do now has to be 100% precise. This is gonna be my main corner post right here. I'm gonna take all measurements off of this one. So the corner post that I'm happy with is right here. And that one over here is right here. So we're gonna line these three up, and then we're gonna come down here and we're gonna line these ones up, and then everything else will fall into the place once we have square. We gotta come right to here. 31.55. What do we have? 31.55. And there you have it. 28.70. That screw should be right on it. 28.70. And 90. 7,590. Now let's flip that over. Should be close to 25. It's 24 feet 11 inches. Okay guys, lines are down, boxes are marked. I even made one box here quickly just to kind of see. So that's 2x2x2. And tomorrow we're gonna get all these laid in. It's coming together. Good morning. It's the next day, and today we have to get busy building the rest of the boxes. Now, what I did, I took a few minutes. I'll show you here. I set up a table. I can slide this right over, hits that, bang, 2 feet. What we're gonna be using today is the nail gun. And for everybody who is a new subscriber, the last time I used one of those, I nailed these 3 fingers together when I built the room on for the winter onto the 5th wheel. So today's goal is not to nail my fingers together. If you haven't seen that video and you're new, please go back and check it out. It is actually one of my best videos. I think we're somewhere around the 300,000 mark views. So keep checking that out. I greatly appreciate it. Check out all the videos, please. That side's got to come up. All right, so there's level. I'm pretty happy with an eighth. So it's an eighth out this way too. So actually, watch this. Oops, shit. Oops. Now we're perfect. Yes, we're bang on. Perfect. We officially, and we're still in line. We're still in line. Yeah, pretty close. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it in there. So my thumb is the 1 foot mark. So I want to stay about 1.5 inches back, or about an inch back. You hold it right here, and then just go. And then we bend it. This one didn't. You got to put pressure here, so it bends. It's not my best, but it'll work. 600-watt power station. That's going to be powering our drill. Okay guys, it's concrete mixing time. So what we're going to be using is this drill and this paddle. I've got 3 buckets. We're going to mix 3 buckets at a time. I hope 3 buckets will get us done. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to take and put a 1/4 pail of water in each bucket. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bag in and I'm going to spin it. Nice and slow, nice and slow. Do this one first. Fill her up. Oh yeah, perfect. Oh. Now, it's everywhere. Remember, this is the most important part. So now, I'll put this rebar in. Now, okay, I think 1 more bucket will do it. I'm gonna need more in here. Probably another 1/4 pail or something, 1/2 pail. So, there they are. Oh, did you get him, Soph? Did you get him? Maybe we should go to the lake tonight and go for a swim. Okay, the other day I decided to cut a sauna tube down to 28 inches and set this as my main bench for level. So everything I do around here will be leveled off this one. Pencil. So the mark is right here. Now I have to minus the 142 millimeters. I make multiple marks around here at 750. This is kind of a crucial step, especially when they're cut, because of the top. Has to be straight, right? Okay. Back to the drawing board. I gotta get different tape. Old roll, new roll. So I can see the line there. And it just helped me guide the saw. And that little lip made a big difference. Not bad. And just like that, we're done. We'll see you tomorrow when we start doing this. 3:45 the next day. I was busy this morning. I set these, I've leveled them all up, and they're ready to pour. Cross bracing, nothing fancy. This concrete, each bag weighs 55 pounds. There's 19 bags on there, so that's 1,045 pounds. So this tractor, I was curious, with the blade on the back, can pick that skid up, 1,045 pounds. So I'm interested in seeing how heavy these logs are, if the tractor can pick it up. I've been watching, it's in the shade. So what we're gonna do this time, so that I don't have to break my back, I'm just gonna do half buckets and we're just going to get going. Now, grab yourself a beverage. Don't worry, I've got it, I'll handle it. You guys just sit there, watch, and relax. Happen to be sitting there having a beer, have one for me. I really would appreciate it because it is a little warm out today. And you know, cold beer is always good on a cold day. Or what? A cold beer is always good on a warm day. So without further ado, trust me, I've got it. Well, good morning. It's the next day and I just finished supporting the last two and we're ready for concrete, ready to go. Let's get into it. Let's get this poured. Okay guys, the last one, and I miscalculated. I didn't cut this one, so we gotta knock it down. All right, it's working good. Oh yeah, look at that. Woo! Look at that. Nice, nice. Okay, 145. We gotta come up. Concrete's done. Hallelujah. Are still plumb. Whoa, that's not plumb. What the heck? Like half a bubble. Holy cow. We gotta fix this. See, it's always good to check. So that's this one. Well, no, that was interesting. Morning. Today's the day. We have to start getting our 2x8 beams built and in place. So this is the pieces that I just cut. We're gonna go like this, we're gonna go like this. Now, we're gonna grab our 2x10s, or 2x8s. We're gonna put two here in the center roughly. We're gonna have a gap here, like so. 5 1/8 and 1/8, like so. And we take this and go, take it right to the 5 1/8, and we're gonna sandwich these in, and then we're gonna take the 5 1/8, and that should complete the beam. Perfect. That's what we're gonna do. And that's a wrap for the beams. All right, good morning guys. We're back at it. Plywood on today, insulated plywood and all that stuff. We can actually build the cabin. So what I'm doing, we're laying out these floor joists. All right, so now that everything is marked, we're in good shape. So now that we'll get everything out of here, we'll roll out the tie back. What I'm gonna do, 2x8 right here, tack it, and I'm gonna bring it into the corner, tack it down here. This way I can pull it nice and tight. And I'll come over here, and then I'm gonna fold it over, Give it a little more strength. Let's roll it out. Okay, are we going straight? Throw it there. Nice and tight. Good. You just got to remember, this is not the actual floor of the cabin. The actual floor of the cabin is going to be on top of this plywood. It's another, I think, 40 millimeters, inch and a half, something like that. And there's going to be rigid insulation in there. So I don't want to be trapping any moisture in between the two. That's why we're using tieback. Let's get on to laying out these joists. Oh yeah. Okay, something that I have to do now. So this roll is definitely too small to go across. So I'm gonna have to run it like this, probably 3 pieces across. Before we get too enclosed, I'm going to go under and I'm going to screw up a 2x4 just to hold the insulation up. Nice, eh? Nice and shady. It's cool under here. All right. I'm going to go do the other side. I forgot to put my barrel in. I've been planning this and I can't even get it under here. So I think what we're going to do is put this tie back a little bit. It'll be my holding tank. Perfect. What you just missed was I went around the intersections here. I put these pieces. These are the leftover pieces from the forms on the little footings. It doesn't call for it, but I figured I'd just do it anyway. Stiffen it up. Just like that. We're done. We're insulated. It's time for plywood. I've had quite the audience here tonight. They're driving me crazy. Called the mosquitoes. They have officially arrived. So, let's get the chalk line. Let's get this done. We're done. Not quite, but it's on. I just got to run the nailer down these tomorrow and trim off the ends, and that's it. But we're covered. The platform is here. We can now build a cabin. The most famous plywood you're ever going to see. Have you ever heard the show Highway to Hell on the Coquihalla Highway? This was in an accident on the Coquihalla Highway. Those guys picked it up and I bought it off a place in Kamloops that purchased it. I picked up a whole skid of this. I mentioned this in a previous video. I picked up a whole skid, 53 sheets, and I got it for $1,000, 5/8 plywood. That's like a massive tarp over there, and we're gonna lay it out, and we're gonna go relax. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, that's it. She's nailed down, ready to go. All right, guys, well, that's a wrap. This is done. Ready for the cabin. before we do that, I had some equipment showed up. As you can probably tell in the last part of this video, everything was backfilled and stuff. Water lines, septic, massive hole, and just stuff around here. But there was a bit of a surprise to it when I got it. So we had a very short window to do a huge amount of work. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.